So the OURS program is actually an acronym. So it stands for Online Undergraduate Research Scholars. And so what we're doing in history is we've invited students to come to campus actually in the first week of when school starts, but we're taking them into the archives, which is for historians our lab.
And so they come and they're working with primary source documents. They're researching the history of Arizona, which we have collections here in Hayden Library and the Arizona Historical Society, where they can do the primary source work that historians do. They look at the documents left from the past. And so this in-person class is unique in that normally in this class, in their capstone class for history majors, they would have digitized primary source documents. They're on the screen, no dimensionality, no context to it. But here, they get to look through the collections as they've been preserved from the historical record. They get to see them in their context, how they've been preserved, learn from the archivists to the collectors who've brought these collections to us, and then they can recreate that history by writing a research paper about it.
Oh man, we have learned so much in a really small amount of time. We've had an opportunity to really dive into the archives and we've learned everything about how documents or archives are managed, how to access them, and we're kind of fumbling and stumbling our way through this first initial process of hands-on research, primary sources.
Here at the Arizona Historical Society at Papago Park, we collect the people's history, we like to say. Diaries, photos, letters from everyday people just trying to make a living here in Arizona.
So we currently have some students here from ASU. They are undergraduate students in the history program, and they are working on Arizona history, which is something that we don't have a lot of in Arizona. There's not a lot of Arizona historians here locally.
It's a lot of archival experience. It's a bunch of reading and taking pictures, exploring documents and the smell of old books and old papers and manuscripts. It's been amazing.
What's been really intriguing for the students is how much that's benefited them in their research. They're already asking really sophisticated questions of these documents, right? Already poring over and finding, the evidence that historians take years to find. I mean, they're finding them in a matter of days.
I've never been able to do any hands-on research before. I think it makes a lot of difference to be face-to-face with not just your peers, but your professors. I love it. This has been an amazing experience. I'm so happy to be here.
The experience has been really fun. I've got to meet a lot of other students that are doing the same thing as me, and it's a lot more interesting than normal online research, so I think it's really fun.
Looking back on this experience, I think I'm going to remember it as a very pivotal moment in my academic career. It made me feel valued as an online student.
So I think one of the fundamental things about Arizona State, and in particular about our online programs that separates us from every other online program in the country, is our investment in expanding opportunity to students.
It's worth it. I know that you have to make sacrifices to get here for some people, but I think it's worth it, especially if you really do have a passion in what you're studying. So I think I have found a lot of benefit from it. I think my classmates have too.
It's an amazing opportunity that if you have the opportunity to do it.